Hi everyone, Adina here, OAKWYN Realty, and today I want to talk about how to find the right realtor for selling your property and the 4 questions you need to ask them before hiring them. Vancouver's real estate market is a unique one. It's one of the most sophisticated and dynamic markets in the country. Competition here is fierce. There are a lot of savvy and sharp buyers out there, and there's also a lot of very savvy sellers. So there isn't a lot of room for error. If you're not on the inside track, there's a good chance that you're going to miss out on opportunities and leave money on the table when selling your property. Having an experienced real estate professional on your side is one of the keys to succeeding in this market. So how do you find one? Well, I think one of the best ways is to ask around for recommendations from trusted friends and family. And by trusted, I mean people that you know, like, and trust, and that they've actually used this realtor to help sell their home. What you don't want is someone referring you their distant aunt or cousin who just got their real estate license 2 weeks ago. You really want to look for someone experienced and someone who has already used this person and can vouch for them. For myself and my team here, 95% of our business comes from repeat clients and referrals, and I think that's a great indicator of a realtor that you can trust and consistently performs. So look for that, ask your friends and family. You can also ask realtors for testimonials and check reviews online, follow them on social media, and get a feel for how they are and how they market their properties. So now that you've found one or potentially a few realtors you're interested in interviewing, here are the top 4 questions I think you need to ask them. Number 1 is, how many properties do you sell a year? Let's look at 2019. In Greater Vancouver, there was just over 25,000 sales and there was 14,000 active realtors. So what does that mean? It means that if we average that out, each realtor would have only sold less than 2 properties a year. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't trust the biggest asset I own to be sold by someone who only sells 2 to 3 properties a year. I'd want to see that they're selling at least 10 to 15 properties a year. And more specifically, I'd want to ask, how many properties have you sold in this specific neighborhood? Downtown condo market is very different than the acreage market out in Maple Ridge. So you want to find someone who's specialized in the type of property and neighborhood that you live in. Number 2, and I think this is the biggest one, is what is their game plan for marketing and promoting your property? If they look at you funny and they tell you they're just going to submit the listing to the MLS, post a sign up in the yard, and put a lockbox on your property, I would say run. That's not going to cut it in Vancouver's competitive market. Also, if they tell you that they plan to take photos with their cell phone, or that you don't need photos, or maybe just put existing exterior photos up, again, run. That's not going to stand out to buyers, and there's a good chance your property is going to get missed on their property search. I say this lightly, but honestly, I'm shocked by how many times we see properties listed on the market, even multi-million-dollar properties that have used cell phone photos or photos of people whose reflection is viewed in the mirror. It's unacceptable, and what ends up happening is that buyers will pass up your property. I think that the key to successful marketing plan starts well before listing the property for sale. For example, on our team, we always meet with the sellers, we walk through the property and see how we could highlight the features of the property and maybe overcome any challenges it has by making repairs or staging. And of course, a professional photographer is key. You want to have bright, attractive photos that really appeal to buyers as they scan through properties online. Buyers often are scanning the MLS, looking through hundreds of properties, and photos are the key thing that they look at. If photos don't catch their eye, a lot of times the property will get missed. So ask the realtor what they've done with their recent sales. Ask for samples of their recent marketing material and see what kind of work they've been doing. Number 3, ask what is their sales to list price average for their properties that they've sold, and how does this compare to the average in the market and specifically in that neighborhood? Number 4, you want to ask, on average, how many days does it take to sell a property for them? And how does this compare to the market average and the market average in that neighborhood? If you want to get outstanding results and get the most money from your home, you don't want to go with someone who has average or below average results. So these 2 questions are key. So these are the 4 most important questions I think you need to ask any realtor before hiring them to sell your home. If you are thinking of selling your property in the Vancouver market, you could also make it easy on yourself and call us.